Liz here, and this is EMO's Creative Studio. And today's video is a quick tour on this quilt that I just made recently. This is called the Large or Big Star Block Quilt. I did not follow a pattern to make this quilt, but I did follow a pattern to make the blocks here. So, this block is 24.5 inches square. All the way around square, and it's made up of two different types of blocks. In the center is a pinwheel block, and then on the ends here, right here, is a half square triangle. And then here on the corner, right here, is just a square piece of fabric. The squares that I used were 6.5 inches square, way around. This border around each one of the 24.5 inch blocks is 2.5 inches long by the size of the block, and then the border down the center is a 5-inch piece of fabric from top to bottom. This particular quilt measures out to 56.5 inches wide by 81 inches long. It took me a while because this is something that I was just messing around with. Generally, these particular stars carry the same, each section carries the same type of fabric, but I wanted to be a little bit creative and put different types of fabric together to make the pretty stars, as you can see. I use mostly browns, tans, and I threw in a couple of maroon colors, as you can see up there, and then again down here. Some gold colors. The method I used to put the 3 layers together, the top, the bottom, and the batting, is called hand tying. And what I did was I hand tied in strategic spots, which were about 6 inches or 6.5 inches apart, all the way around the entire quilt, was hand tying. And I used variegated embroidery thread. I find this to be much softer than big old yarn and much easier to use. It took me about 8 hours to hand tie this quilt, using the big needle, again this variegated embroidery thread, and on and off while doing household chores. And this is the back of the quilt. As you can see, I used one solid color, and I used my binding out of the same fabric. All of the fabric used in this quilt is from yardage, because the square is each square is 6.5 inches square. If you have any questions or want to know how to make the 24.5 inch square, please leave a comment below. Or you can leave an email at fancythingsindeed@gmail.com. This is Liz, and it's EMO's Creative Studio. You take care. Happy quilting. Talk to you soon. Bye.